I remember that.
Alright, we're here. This is the state of play for The Last of Us 2. Now, previously, a couple weeks back actually, we did some coverage on the story trailer that came out for The Last of Us Part 2 and kind of went over a little bit of what's been going on as far as the leaks and how people are feeling about that, as well as some of the delays and other things that have been going on with Naughty Dog here and there. And so we are sitting with a 23+ minute video in which they're going to showcase footage and gameplay. Considering that I didn't even look at the leaks, I have no idea like if any of this is going to be corresponding to any of that. But hopefully whatever they do show in this video will compensate both those who have seen it and those who haven't, such as myself. So in that case, we're going to go ahead and jump into it in 3, 2, 1, and play. Beep. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Okay, so far what we got here is, I think, yeah, it's a story trailer. It's a story trailer, so we can probably just cut this one.
I'm Neil Drucker, Vice President of Naughty Dog and the Director of The Last of Us Part 2. We're just
Hey, how's it going?
away from launch on June 19th, when the game will finally be in your hands.
Less than a month, actually.
It's been long, and we're extremely grateful for your patience, especially now in the midst of these unprecedented and challenging times. We hope you're all taking care of yourselves, and that you, your friends, and
This is the gameplay, by the way.
because of these extraordinary
It's going to be a smooth transition into
together
gameplay.
in this final stretch and share the experience like we usually would. So today we're trying something different.
Or
Something
maybe not.
we've never done before.
Alright.
Over the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to give you an in-depth look into what awaits you in The Last of Us Part 2, including new details about the gameplay experience and story. And to cap it all off, we'll be showing a never-before-seen, lengthy gameplay sequence. You'll definitely want to stick around for that.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. Guess supposed to take her to the Fireflies and walk away.
I'll turn up the volume for you guys.
They were actually gonna make a cure. The only catch,
She dies. And I was like,
kill her.
nah.
The Last of Us Part 2 picks up Ellie and Joel's story several years after the events of the first game.
5 years, right? 5
Ellie and
years.
Joel have settled in Jackson, Wyoming, amongst a thriving community of survivors. With the threats of the world kept outside the town's walls, Jackson has been able to find relative peace and even stability. Ellie is now 19, lives on her own, and has been able to forge lasting relationships within the community.
Scale of 1 to 10. How would you rate our kiss from last night?
Boom, 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 boom. Hey, you don't hear that, right?
However, this peace is short-lived.
Oh god.
Jackson and Ellie suffer a violent and traumatizing event. Ellie sets out back into the treacherous outside world in search of retribution and justice.
Revenge.
Her journey will take her to new parts of the country previously unexplored in The Last of Us. The story spans multiple seasons and climates,
Really?
the snow-capped mountains of Jackson to the lush Pacific Northwest. Each
Ellie's
introduces
out there.
a wide range of exterior and interior environments for you to navigate and explore, rendered in meticulous detail and unprecedented scale with the latest iteration of the Naughty Dog engine. Our goal was to make these environments not only beautiful, but feel as grounded and authentic to the cities they're based on as possible.
I run the demos for the first game too. So it looks pretty good.
Unfolds in what remains of Seattle, a massive former quarantine zone. Its locales are incredibly diverse, spanning a dense city center with a skyline of towering high-rises to the beautiful suburbs and stormy waterfronts that surround it. The city exhibits drastic shifts in architecture, elevation, and weather. And with Part 2, we've introduced new traversal mechanics that afford greater exploration and ways to navigate threats.
Like swimming.
Ellie is not only able to climb and jump over gaps, but she can use ropes to scale vertical terrain or swing over obstacles, allowing you to discover new areas, resources, and side narratives.
The swing thing's kind of new.
These more open environments also create new strategic considerations in combat, whether it's to get the jump on enemies or bypass them entirely. The Last of Us Part 2 features some of the largest environments we've ever created.
Can we take our horse into combat?
Ellie to quickly cover some of these expansive terrains. Some streets are so flooded that a boat is required to navigate them.
That's not swimming.
However, the world of The Last of Us is as lush and inviting as it is deadly. As Ellie uncovers the path to finding those who have wronged her, she must face the many threats of this unknown city. In the wake of the pandemic and the fall of the quarantine zone, Seattle has become a war zone, where two warring factions find themselves in an ongoing conflict for territory and resources. One of these groups is the Washington Liberation Front, otherwise known as the WLF.
Okay.
The WLF are a militia group that began as resistance to the military occupation of Seattle, and eventually wrestled control of the city from them. They are highly trained, organized, and well equipped with weapons they stole from the army. They occupy much of the city, imprisoning or killing trespassers on sight.
Hey, we got another trespasser. A girl. Did you see her?
Eeh.
On the other side of this bloody conflict is a group of religious zealots called the Seraphites.
Okay, so that's what all these trailers were about. Or at least the first trailers.
Deep cuts that they bear across their faces. Like the WLF, they're deeply tribalistic and territorial. They're known for being stealthy, using overgrowth as cover, and they use more silent weapons like bows and arrows.
Oh, okay. I don't really need to see this. Oh god.
This conflict among survivors, the threat that originally brought the world to its knees, is very much present. Every human is in danger of falling victim to the infected.
Uh-oh. That's okay, he doesn't see me, right?
They are the recently infected
Right.
runners who are more numerous and aggressive in this game. The blind but extremely deadly clickers, and the stalkers who sneak and hide until they're ready to attack.
Oh, hell.
Their victims with extreme agility and brutal violence. The Last of Us Part 2 introduces new stages of infected, such as the Shamblers. Large, heavily armored enemies that are covered in pustules. Upon
Gross.
being close to you, they expel a corrosive
Oh, no.
that burns its victims. But our most terrifying and lethal new forms of infected will have to wait until you play the game for yourself.
Oh, they gotta do that.
Overcoming these threats will require careful consideration of how you approach every combat encounter and how you leverage Ellie's unique skills, equipment, and the environment to your advantage.
No, when given the opportunity, never go into the group that has a dog in it.
And following you, even while in cover. They can pick up your scent and alert their handlers to your presence. Listen mode will reveal your scent trail, so keep moving and cause distractions to avoid detection. 25 years after the pandemic began, the world is completely overgrown. Use tall grass to hide from enemies and go prone to stay out of sight. However, this form of analog stealth means you're never fully hidden. If enemies get close enough, they can discover you, even in grass. When Ellie is overwhelmed, running away is a viable option.
Yep.
You can also break class or crawl
Nice.
through tight spaces to find new paths or areas to evade or take on your enemies.
That little slip through
In any
thing.
combat
I remember that.
situation, you can flee an encounter and re-establish stealth to regain the advantage. If you absolutely have to fight your way out, there are a variety of tools at your disposal. Ellie's more agile than most of her enemies.
Or you know what, maybe like a viable option would be to take out the dogs first, like
With different weapons,
hidden away,
mastering the timing of your
and then
combat
hide.
will prevent you from taking damage and
Damn.
create opportunities to counterattack. You can use throwable items or well-placed shots
Nice.
to stun enemies before
Eesh.
killing blow.
Ow.
Or using them as a shield to protect yourself or buy some time to figure out the next move.
Did they just say? Oh, they said the girl's name too.
Ellie isn't always alone on her journey. Allies will take part in helping you navigate the environments, spot enemies, and meet
And I was like, where were you when I was struggling like a couple seconds earlier? Nice one. Yeeh.
Between the human survivors and the roaming infected, there will be times where multiple threats are present, creating new strategic considerations.
Okay.
You can choose whether to attack these opponents separately and directly,
Or have them kill each other.
find ways to pit them against each other.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Throw the brick in the center of all of it.
Flee as they fight, or wait until their numbers have thinned out and engage with whomever's left.
Oh my god, literally everyone just started running.
Our goal is to create unparalleled tension, coupled with deep systems that give you greater control and influence over your journey. As you play, you'll be able to invest in a broad collection of crafting items, weapon, and player upgrades through training manuals scattered throughout the environment and scavenging for ingredients. These skills and upgrade manuals cater to a variety of playstyles, and the choices you make will create your own distinct experience. We also wanted to extend
The one-shot wonder.
personalization to your weapons through our new workbench system. Scavenge for parts to modify and improve your weapon's performance and attributes, all of which are visualized and become part of your character.
Nice. Put a suppressor in it.
Survival will also require using the parts and ingredients that you'll find in the environment, which can be crafted into a wide range of defensive and offensive items, like proximity mines, explosive arrows, pistol suppressors, and more.
That wasn't quiet at all.
Systems are meant to immerse you in the world and make you feel in lockstep with Ellie's emotional journey. As we've said before, this is Naughty Dog's largest, most ambitious game. It may seem like we covered a lot, but we only scratched the surface of what it's like to play The Last of Us Part Two.
Oh no, no, I don't need to see that.
We can't wait for you to experience it all for yourself on June 19th.
That tells about.
Here's an extended sequence of never before seen gameplay.
Okay, cool, cool. That's what I say. Like, first of all, when we can see more Joel, and two, how large are these like areas? She's swimming. Holy shit. Now, are there gators in the water?
Did you find her yet?
Shit.
Well, no one was looking. We're searching the area, just in case she's still around.
Isaac's not happy about it.
Oh shit.
Escape. What the fuck are they talking about?
Maybe we could just chill out in the water. Yeah, that sounds nice. Or we can just keep moving. Alright. Oh, perfect. We can just chill over here. Right? No. I guess not. Now, let's be real for a second. Okay, that's why she couldn't hear her.
Don't make a fucking sound. Hands up. Nora?
Sure, yeah.
Where is she?
In the hospital.
We're in the hospital.
Yeah, they're clearing out the upper floors. She's somewhere in there.
Oh man. Such a waste. She was playing some games. Just put the body in the water, you know. And then maybe like wipe up the floor. Hey, you gonna take the game? Because I kind of would. Well, at least just like turn it off.
Word is we're almost wrapped up.
Good. I got my girl waiting for me.
You shitting me? They put you in jail again?
Upstairs.
Hey, we get the job done.
I bet you do. No, this is not fair.
I'm telling you, man. Data soldier. It makes these shifts so much easier.
Sure. I'll keep that in mind.
Fuck. Sounds like scars are getting closer.
Hope that's our guys executing those freaks.
Hey, did you get...
Pew!
I heard that Isaac wants us to retake all of downtown.
There you go. If I play this game, that's it. That's my number one right there.
No way. Not after what went down last time. Even Isaac isn't that crazy.
That's what I heard.
I was thinking, there's no shame you use your like vision thing. I mean, I think that's how a lot of people played like the first one, right? Damn, and he was still like doing that. Oh hell. The silencer was, or the suppressor was broken. Is that just a thing of... Well, in any case, let's use that then. Looking like Joel every day. Uh-oh. Doggo. At least the dog can't follow you like upstairs, so... It also can't lift fire, so okay. There we go, using that vision. Sorry. This is pretty much how I'd play this game too. Except I would probably just be sitting like on high ground for a while. And then I'd probably just turn a corner and like, oops, here I am. Yikes. Well, I guess, hey, what you gotta do? I wonder though, like...
Some movement. I'll go check it out. I got you covered. Holy shit! No, over here! Stop her now! Asshole!
Aw. That's the type of thing that we're... She's gonna live for that for a while. Uh-oh. That was a remote slipping on my lap. Oh. Oh, what was my thought? Oh yeah, I was wondering like, ah shit. You gotta really push that. At least you get the option to do that. Thank God.
Damn it! Find another way off!
Shit, as I was trying to say, like, what if the enemies are more dynamic where they actually hear more sounds from you like the sound of the water or the sound of you reloading your gun or swapping over, like even that's taken into account. Because without that, there's still that extra sense of security, like in these like stealth oriented games.
You're gonna tell us where she went.
When Isaac talks to us about this, I'm getting tired of this.
Nora. Nora! I'm not going down for her, man.
Uh-oh. And the lines are either wait it out, but you're probably gonna have to compromise things. Oh look, some stuff. I was gonna say, like, that's a lot of ammo and stuff.
Don't scream. Put that shit down. You remember me? Yeah. You remember me.
That's it. Oh, that's it. Ah. It was getting really dynamic. I was like, ooh, like, what are you gonna ask her? Like, are you gonna ask her out? Or it's just like, oh my god, I'm here now. I didn't know what was the next plan of attack. I mean, I was just trying to work out the courage to approach you. That was crazy. Like, I tried to get like some words in here and there, but ultimately I was just kind of just in the moment. And I think that's just because of how well done like the series has been. Even the first one, where it's a little bit more cinema-like. Man, like how they even opened up with Ellie doing the first like kill. Just the way to go. I was like, man, dude, she was just like playing video games. Like, I'm pretty sure if you just ask nicely, maybe she'll be like, okay, I didn't see you. I was just I got a little tense there too, like because of just I guess it just does a good job at building the tension with the music and the sound. Oh yeah, Ellie was swimming, by the way. That was something I should point out, and I think everyone had talked about that, but we never really got the confirmation about it. But yeah, she could swim. I would say that from someone who only like watched the gameplay / like cutscenes from the first game, it feels like this is a lot more dynamic as far as like this playground you get to like roam around in. You have all these different options as to how you want to take out enemies or even just bypass them. As you saw, like all Ellie needed to do was just reach this one person, and she could have ultimately snuck past everyone. Maybe she could have just like let that person playing her games just let her go, or even like instead of like killing the dog like right up there, why don't just distract the dog with something else. I think one of the coolest things that they brought up was how player orientated this game is, where you have the customization, you have all these options for you to customize like your gear depending on how you want to play. We saw that Ellie's like handmade like suppressor got broken pretty much like in like one shot or one use of it, and then when she used it again it was just like plow, and then we're like, oh shh, and that just kind of was a dead giveaway. So another option you could have seen like of someone playing through this scenario would just be to use much more silent weapons, or maybe non-lethal weapons too. I don't know if you can like keep like stones in your pocket or anything like that, but like maybe just a brick here and there, just chuck it at someone's head. Maybe not. Maybe like just have a bunch of items you could just like chuck and just have people just not pay attention to you or distract them, and you just kind of go by it that way. Or you just have a lot more quieter weapons, like, you know, you saw the bow and arrow. Like, what if you just ran through with just a bow and arrow? And that may be kind of viable. Maybe just have like one like silence weapon here and there. But yeah, And also there was like a rifle that you could use as well, like with a scope, right? Like you just attach that on and then you can pretty much like cater it so you can take care of enemies from afar. Whether you can use that, whether you can put that like on a silence, I don't know if you could, but if you could, that's like, whew, like you kind of like you take care of quite a bit of problems with that. I like when a game gives you options on how you want to go about the same objective. So whether like a game is linear or not, you do have the options of how you want to go about it. I did bring it up during the whole like video, but the options, or at least questions I had, aside from the whole Joel thing, how big are these worlds? Because during this little scenario, Ellie was kind of going around maybe like just a few blocks or less, but it just felt like there was so much for you to run around. Remember like Arkham Asylum, the very first Batman game, where you have like that objective of taking care of all the enemies like within the room, but this is like bigger scale and everything like that, where you're traversing, you're navigating while you have this objective of whether you want to proceed forward or take out all the enemies, and it's kind of all up to you. It's huge. And the fact that, you know, there are segments where it'd be a lot easier if Ellie were to take a horse. And I kind of wonder, like, okay, so are we going to have areas where it'll just be kind of exploration and then there's just the combat stuff, just kind of like in the original one? Or is it kind of like all meld together where, and I think it will be a little bit more meld together, where there'll be enemies kind of sprawled out all over the place, but there'll definitely be like bigger expanses where you could just like walk it, or you can maybe take a horse if you are provided one. And then the other thing was, you know, with how games are nowadays when it comes to stealth, exactly how far can we do as far as making it a very authentic experience as far as stealth involved. The big thing I would point out was, what if you are, you know, just kind of like hiding, tucked around, and you have like your gun and you're like, oh shoot, I only got like one like round in it, so just like, all right, let me just reload it, and then of course it's gonna make a lot of sound, right? And so I wonder, like, will that be like something that people will have to consider, or like, will just AI just be kind of oblivious, like as you reload, like, and then someone's just like, or will they actually actively like look into it, or would they even pay attention at all? Because that was kind of a really cool thing, and I think what brought me to that question was the fact that you have these I keep saying scenarios now, these circumstances, there we go, that's a new one, where dogs will pick up on your scent actively, because or at least that could have been part of like the trailer where Ellie's looking out through just like this little opening, and then the dog that she sees immediately picks up on her scent, even though she may have not walked that way. I'd reckon that if you do like walk a certain path, like on like the grounded level, then dogs can pick up on it like the moment they get anywhere close to that path that you've taken. So in that regard, you have to also be careful about how you move around the place in the first place, without even, because like even if you're just kind of mucking around like in one area, knowing that you're kind of safe from like enemy eyes. But I guess that's pretty much it. This has been really cool to see, and you know, like whether it's not bedtime yet, so I mean, whether or not I get this game or not, it'll be really cool to see how people feel about it. Now of course, like, you know, like with the leaks and everything like that, people are gonna just say things here and there. If you do want to maybe like share what you think about it in the comments below, just keep in mind that there will be like spoilers in there, and I would advise openly to everyone to just kind of keep, if you have seen the ending already, then yeah, just keep on downloading. Or you're just one of those lucky ones who have like a review copy or some like hiccup where you got the actual game, then just kind of keep quiet about like certain things. But otherwise, we do have our Discord as well if you want to just kind of talk about it, like through there. But yeah, comments are open. Just keep in mind that, you know, people are still talking here or there about like the leaks. All right, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want to just kind of keep up with like whatever we do watch, and if you want any other suggestions on something to watch, then just let me know in the comments below. Yeah, otherwise, end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. #bye everyone.